The legends gather on Elbaf. Unexpectedly, the Dark King, Silver's Rayleigh, appears on Elbaf. At last, the two wings of the Pirate King fight side by side once more. Curious, aren't you? Hello, SuperSynth Studio here. The latest One Piece continues from the previous chapter. The giant warrior pirates are still wiping out the monsters born from the nightmares of the giant children. The giant skeletal Draugr forces are seen surrounding the Great Irix Sval Edition ship. They prepare to attack the giant warrior pirates' vessel all at once. Not only that, ghostly figures are seen flying, ready to strike Dory, Brogy, and their crew from above the ship. Dory and Brogy prepare to use their Hakoku sovereignty technique to destroy the Draugr forces in front of the ship. Meanwhile, Oimo and Kashi also ready a combined attack to crush the Draugr at the rear of the ship. Scooper Gaban leaps into action again, gripping his twin axes as he prepares to strike the ghosts. In two epic double-page spreads, Dory, Brogy, Oimo, Kashi, and Gaban attack the monsters simultaneously, unleashing an astonishingly devastating impact. All the monsters surrounding the Great Eric are defeated. Gaban remarks that these monsters will keep coming endlessly unless they defeat the Devil Fruit user creating them. Gaban once again taps into his observation haki, sensing the presence of 3 intruders he had just detected. Now only 2 remain in the area, meaning one has already started moving. Without hesitation, Gaban leaps off the Great Eric, heading straight for where Summers and Killingham are. The scene shifts to Frankie and Ripley, who have just defeated the Thundercloud monster that suddenly appeared near the building, housing the 3,000-year-old robot. Ripley and Frankie hear an announcement about the fire being extinguished and the giant children still in danger. Realizing Elbaf is truly under threat, especially with children involved, Ripley, as a teacher at Walrus School, feels responsible for their safety. She immediately takes Frankie, Bonnie, and Lilith back to Walrus School to assess the situation unfolding in Elbaf. The scene then shifts to the condition aboard the Sval, the ship of the Colon Pirates. Nami realizes Gunko matches the description given by the giant guards at Oris Castle. She's now certain Gunko is one of the intruders causing chaos in Elbaf. Jinbei also notices Gunko's strange power, shaping arrows that guide the sleepwalking giant children. Gunko is fascinated by Colon, finding him different from the other whiny kids at school. He decides to kidnap Colon along with the others. Gunko's arrow shoots toward Colon, but Brook swiftly blocks it with his sword. As usual, Brook quips, "May I see your panties?" Even though Gunko's underwear is already peeking out mischievously. Gunko's face flushes red as he realizes he's face-to-face with Soul King Brook, his rockstar idol. The scene shifts to Saul, who after defeating Fenrir, rushes toward the sleepwalking giant children, only to be blocked by a Big Mom monster, forcing him into another battle before he can save them. Back to Gaban. He now stands before Summers and Killingham. Smiling, he asks why world government agents are in Elbaf. Summers laughs, questioning who this old man is, and how he knows they're from the world government. Gaban simply smirks, drawing his twin axes as he prepares to strike. Summers, also an old-timer, finally recognizes the legendary figure before him. "So, you're the Mountain Eater himself. The left hand of the Pirate King, Scooper Gaban. Never thought I'd meet you here." "No wonder you recognized us. You were there during the God Valley incident," Summers remarks. Gaban grins, replying that the world's destruction draws near as the world government now moves to turn Elbaf into their weapon. Gaban had anticipated this. During his talk with Shanks, he left a message for Rayleigh that he was waiting for him in Elbaf. Yes, Gaban has lived in Elbaf for over 20 years, but only recently reconnected with the outside world. Shanks had actually visited 6 years ago after defeating Loki and returning the giants to Elbaf. But Gaban chose not to meet him then. They only reunited when Shanks recently returned. Gaban told Shanks that the time foretold by the Sea Kings and Madame Charlie had come. Roger once said that in 25 years, people would surpass them. The fate of the world would rest on those who claim the ultimate treasure, the One Piece. This revelation is what spurred Shanks to seek the One Piece himself. The scene shifts again to the giant children, now dangerously close to the ship that will take them to Mary Joaz. Suddenly, an overwhelming burst of Haki erupts, freeing the children from the Holy Knight's devil fruit influence and knocking them unconscious. The one who arrives is none other than the Dark King himself, Silver's Rayleigh. "So, you've been hiding out here all this time, Gaban?" Rayleigh says. Summers is stunned by the sudden surge of monstrous Haki. Killing him notes its sheer power, strong enough to nullify a devil fruit's effect. Gaban recognizes it immediately, Rayleigh's Haki. Overjoyed, he's finally reunited with his old comrade. Turns out, Gaban deliberately summoned Rayleigh to Elbaf to prepare for the coming war. The warrior foretold in Laugh Tale Nika has awakened within Luffy, a man who shares the same dream as Roger. Moreover, Elbaf is the safest place when the Great War erupts. The ancient weapons will resurface, causing catastrophic sea level rises. As one of the highest points in the world, Elbaf will become a battleground for the strongest. Gaban asks Rayleigh to help him protect it. With the world government's holy knights already invading, Rayleigh and Gaban now fight together once more. What happens next? Stay tuned.